Competitive esports done right. Brought to you by
Take a look at that teamwork. That is what it is all about here at the Hardcore League.
They don't even see him, ladies and gentlemen. Look at this. Holy smokes. Can he do it?
And that right there is how you dogfight, ladies and gentlemen. What a play. Tonight's matchup, girls versus boys, right here at the Hardcore League, sponsored by Gamers Community.
Hardcore League, the only place for large-scale competitive battlefield.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. Oh, I missed something. Team labels get lined out. That's all right, though. We'll get those lined out for you guys real quick. This is the other semifinal match to see who is going to move on and face PT after their epic victory over C9. We're going to see who they face off against coming up here shortly.
It's going to be interesting to see what the outcome of this match is. Obviously, it's going to lead on to our final, and that's going to lead on to the winner taking the $650 that is on show tonight and available as a prize. Guys, if you haven't already done so as well, don't forget to check our buddies out over at gamerscommunity.network. Get involved.
Indeed, and the scoreboard. That damn scoreboard is so elusive sometimes. For some reason or another. So I think we're going to have a pretty good matchup here between these two teams. These two teams are going to be Point Gap versus Apex Predator Esports. We saw Apex Predator gain a victory over MDG in round one of the tournament. We saw PG grab a victory over Phoenix Elite Network in a spectacular fashion. And we are currently in the burn round, ladies and gentlemen. And as we have had with all of our previous matches, we are going to show the top 5 players from each team. And the kill deaths over on PG's side is significantly higher, for the most part, over Apex Predator Esports. So we're going to see how that shapes up as they hit the ground. Now, they're going to be playing on Ballroom Blitz, so we are going to see all of the vehicles in play. We're going to see tanks, we're going to see planes, we're going to see infantry. Oh, my. So in light of that, and as these teams do have the comparisons for all of them, we are going to throw them all up. Try not to overwhelm you, but there you have it. Point Gap Pilots and Tankers, Apex Pilots and Tankers. We're going to let those roll for a minute so you guys can get a good look at them. It looks like Point Gap has their Team Ghetto Kids 10.5 with the kill death in the playing. Just going rock solid, 900 hours in it, and his co-pilot 1,000 compared to 60 and 299. I think we may see Point Gap take the air. The ground, they're pretty close on score per minute. It looks like Apex may have them beat in time, but nonetheless, it should be a good battle either way. We're also going to throw up a little leader comparison here between PG and Apex, which Lions, again, Apex has them beat as far as time goes. The skill per minute is pretty close for both teams. So, and the win-loss as well, the kill-death, Lions has got him beat on that kill-death. We saw Lions earlier, very, very salty player. Again, this is going to be Deadeye and Hitman Pike on this round and for the remainder of the tournament. Next up, we are going to have the third and fourth place round, which will be between C9 and whoever loses this match.
Absolutely, very excited. Definitely, I think one of our best performances to date so far, and it's, you know, with having the dogfight tournament recently, that was also very successful. Things here at Hardcore League really are moving in the right direction.
That is correct. We did take a big break over the holidays. Let the teams and leaders be with their teams and staff, be with their families and some stuff. We were also getting some things ready. One was including things for this tournament, what have you. But as it's a new year, we are going to be on and popping with a lot of events, community events, competitive events. We are going to be pushing a lot of stuff down the line. So stay tuned to the Hardcore League. If you're not already following, be sure to do so. We are going to be bringing some awesome stuff to competitive Battlefield. And as always, this is sponsored by the awesome people over at Gamers Community. So be sure to check them out. Somebody in the chat will throw up a link for you guys so you can jump in their Discord. Let them know the Hardcore League sent you. Let them know that you're there to play some games with them. They will appreciate that. Again,
but as they say, Dad, you've got to be in it to win it, guys. So also as well, don't forget to sign up for the Hardcore League at www.hardcoreleague.co. Get involved. We are looking for both individuals and teams to sign up. So, guys, if you know a bunch of people that you think you could trust enough to go into esports combat with, then do it here.
That is correct. And you can also hit !HL info in the chat. And that will give you a link to our website. You can hit HL events and that will give you a link to all the events coming up. Now we're going to compare these individually. Here are the tankers compared up between the two teams. Who were their tankers? We've got Wicked Warrior along with Ghost Rider Blaze against Alamo is Chaos and Free Rage Hits going head to head in the tanks this round. And up in the air, we are going to see BF1 Players Are Bad, the Red Baron against Team Ghetto Kids and Super 6. So it should be a pretty good matchup in the air. And again, we are almost through the burn round. As we go into the second round of the semifinals, this round here is going to determine who goes on to the finals. Who are we going to see take it all? We're going to find out who's going to be facing off in this match right here. Round 2 of the semifinals. This is going to be Apex Predator Esports versus Point Gap. Both teams very, very good. Apex, again, winning over MDG. Point Gap winning over Phoenix Elite Network. Moving on to the semifinals. And it should be a good match.
Looks like we've got Custom Parts dropping some good luck messages for Apex in the chat there. Also, Tongpo sending PG some love. So it's good to see, like, we've got a good split of people sort of like calling out for both teams. So, yeah. Both these communities are newer to the Hardcore League, so but they also have performed quite well.
Well, actually, Hitman Pike, Apex Predator Esports is made up of a lot of the players from the Ace Halls. The Ace Halls actually disbanded, and they are now Apex Predator Esports. And Point Gap is formerly Ono.
I'd almost say that's worth it just for the name change, because as great as Ace Halls was as a name, I think Apex Predator Esports, that gets your attention. That definitely gets your attention.
Yep. So
Point Gap, also an awesome name as well, I have to say.
Yeah, I do indeed like both of the names, and both of their logos are very, very sexy. So, and there you go, ladies and gentlemen. The burn round is over. We are going to be jumping right into this match. We're going to see how the teams line up. We'll get the scoreboard and the team labels up for you guys. And these teams will not be moving until the 3-minute mark. I anticipate a very, very good match coming up here.
Absolutely.
As these two teams are fighting for that spot in the finals to see who faces off against PT after that epic victory over C9 that last round. It was absolutely insane. I think it's just events or event, not HL. Hitman.
All right, you are.
Nonetheless, it is going to be interesting to see these teams face off, and then to see who makes it to the finals.
There we go.
For those of you that don't remember, the Ace Halls were the leader of our Elite Division Alpha tournament when we were testing out the settings. We ran a little Alpha tournament, Still lurking. That is correct. That was a burn round. This is not the burn round. We are going right into the match against Point Gap versus Apex Predator Esports. Again, we'll throw up some... I almost lost my mind, he said. We're going to throw up some stats on both these teams again as we are in the 3-minute mark. We're getting ready for the 3-minute mark. And again, I'm excited. I think this is going to be a pretty good matchup. Again, the finals matchup is going to be insane. You know, whoever proves himself on this battlefield right here is definitely going to earn their spot on the main stage there on that finals floor. All right, let's see how the teams are lining up. So we are going to see Apex in blue, Point Gap in red. So our labels and our scoreboard is in the correct spot. So that's what I like to see. And these teams are going to start lining up. It's going to be interesting to see some of the air battles go down. We do have free range kits from PG flying out of spawn. He's going to die right off the bat. He probably...
Yeah, this is a little bit of a theme that we've seen developing.
What's that, Pikey? You cut out.
This afternoon. Oh, sorry. Are you good now? You got me?
Yep, you got yep.
Yeah, no, I was just saying this is a bit of a running theme that we're seeing amongst the various new communities out there this evening. Obviously, still acquiescing to our approach when it comes to the various rules. Again, guys, we try to minimize the amount of rules that we put in place, but obviously some rules are necessary for a smooth game, smooth transition. So that's why you might occasionally see us kick people at the beginning of rounds.
Just kind of a nudge in the right direction saying, hey, you can't do that. But for the most part, we have 90% of the teams here at the Hardcore League pride themselves on being organized and professional, and we see that more times than not. So that definitely makes us very happy.
Absolutely, it's definitely something we see across the board from our more experienced teams. But yeah, now let's see how these guys approach it. Obviously, we saw quite again, it was a really dynamic approach by the last two teams. They definitely didn't really set themselves to one specific set of objectives. I think what they did was just sort of keep the fluidity up of their squad movements.
Yeah, and we saw a lot of adjustment. You know, both teams had to adjust to different circumstances, and they both did really well. We saw some amazing tank work from both C9 and PT. But Razor had to be the tanker MVP when he held off that Bravo flag in the beginning of that second round. He stopped him on the south side. He stopped him on the north side, and that was devastating for C9. And they gained the advantage there early in the map, and they kept it the entire map. So that was a huge play for PT in that last map on this map here to gain control of the objectives just by Razor, taking out that car that was going for the back cap, taking out that tank shortly after. And he also had Tong Po backing him up from the Alpha objective. So, I mean, it was just really...
Oh, that was just an incredible tank fight. Yeah. And it looks like we're away here. I'm just covering PG at the moment. These guys rolling out in their armor pieces. And it looks like we've got All Out War making use of a tank, and Alamo is Chaos also making use of a tank. Alamo is Chaos looks to be pushing right, looking to be going for the enemy's home flags straight away. No one on Charlie as of yet. Doesn't look like we've seen anyone use the squad bombing tactic. Looking over towards Apex, it looks like they are securing Bravo. A bit slow to move on to Charlie, and now things are hotting up there with an initial cap by PG.
Yeah, I was just following this little bit of an air battle they've got going on. We've got free range kits and Team Ghetto Kids. Team Ghetto Kids is going to take out Trevor Simcoe. And BF1 Players Are Bad is in trouble. He's going to take some heavy shots. It actually assisted him with a turn. but he's going to be in a 2v1 situation. Now, we are going to see Apex start to roll both of their tanks around the south side, but they are going to run into 2 other tanks. And using a different kit here, we're going to see All Out War running in the Saint Shaman. Alamo as Chaos is running the A7. Apex is rolling 2 A7 tanks, trying to get around to that backside. But PG has already moved up. They have 1 player, Video Game Freak, one of the leaders for PG, is but going to be taken down by Kamaka with Apex, and they're going to maintain that Bravo objective. And it looks like they're working on a Delta push, and this is one of the only hopes they have to get around this backside. They are still battling it out with these tanks. Ghost Rider Blaze does have a repair, and that is going to make all the difference in the world. I'm not seeing a repair for Alamo as Chaos, but he has just got a really, really good position here, and he's making himself extremely hard to hit. He is taking some shots. He's down at 22%. He's looking to get a repair, but the other tank comes in. He's going to try to back out, and he is going to be significantly damaged. He is going to go down.
It looks like Point Gap are playing a very aggressive game here, getting an initial free piece on the flag captures, but just losing Charlie there, capturing Bravo in its place, looking to take a little bit of heat at Delta as well. That was definitely what's going to set them apart in terms of points. They've already managed a 18 point divide, so they're going to, in terms of Apex's approach, they are going to need to step it up right now, and we are seeing a little bit of a firefight develop at Charlie. But again, the aerial battle is kicking off as well.
It looks like PG's team definitely has been controlling the air as they go for some more shots. But this Delta battle that I was on looks like I thought it was going to go into the favor of Apex, but it is going into the favor of PG right now, as All Out War in that tank is doing some serious damage. Drunken Clam still there. We're going to see Wicked Warrior, one of the tank drivers. He lost his tank. Is going to go down from All Out War. But at the same time, Apex has dropped a guy back onto the Alpha objective. They're going to start burning it, and they also have Bravo back now. And we're going to see WJ coming in. He's going to get dropped by Martese, bro. And coming into that Charlie objective, it looks like Apex is trying to regroup their forces over by Delta before they push back in again.
Absolutely. We've looks like and it looks like these guys up in the air right now are just turning topsy-turvy on each other. We're seeing some very skilled pilots here. Ooh, looks like somebody was just making an attempt with the rockets there, but no such luck. And one of the guys managing to crash there. Unfortunately, we didn't see who it was. Didn't come up in the kill feed.
That was going to be their other pilot there.
Down.
The other pilot for Apex, I believe. Trevor Simcoe's still up, so I believe that was going to be BF1 Players Are Bad. Is the one that went down. But it looks like Apex is going to grab a 3-cap. Now, they are down by about 20 tickets currently. They grab a short 3-cap, and this battle on Bravo is going to be important. However, Point Gap does have Apex highly outnumbered on this flag. We're going to see Kamaka trying to hold it down for his team. He is hurt. He's going to need to get a health pack down. He's taking shots from all kinds of directions. WJB, a pretty good gun is there. Kamaka is going to go down. WJB goes down. High Stress Dova, the only one left, manages to pick one up. Currently 6-5 on the game, trying to do what he can. Right now, he just needs to anchor for his team, though, so that he can get a spawn on him and they can maintain this Bravo flag. However, look at this. Apex is going to grab Delta, and we're going to see a 2v2 situation here. Whoever wins this is going to be very, very important. 2v1, we're going to see Player Poe. 1v1, oh, and Happy Sloth is going to take it, but here comes Ghost Rider Blaze in the tank. Video Game Freak is going to back up Happy Sloth, but they're going to need to push in on that flag. And we're hearing the planes overhead. And again, PG has the air superiority.
PG really need to split their armor now because I think having two tanks on Echo really kind of it just holds them back from being able to attack other parts of the map. They need to split themselves off now. Although they are doing quite well, but their infantry definitely are suffering up towards Charlie Bravo region. especially now as they have two armor, as Apex now have two armor pieces rolling in over Bravo, with only infantry to stand up against them. There's probably very little chance that PG are going to be able to consolidate that position at Bravo flag.
I'm following this guy, Extra Ghetto, or Extra Thug Sauce, on the Bravo objective, trying to do some work. We've also got somebody else back here in the back. Who's this? This is going to be I Suck at BF1. Coming in, he is going to pick up a kill there on WJB and move into the Bravo flag. Apex does maintain the Bravo flag, and again, they're back burning this Edward objective, and they have Bravo. I Suck at BF is hanging in there, though, grabbing yet another one. That's going to give him 2 kills on this objective, and he's systematically thinning out the herd.
And it looks like Apex have been able to turn it around here and get the free piece on Point Gap. So I mean, for them, that could definitely decrease the points difference there, because at the moment, Apex are running 129 tickets to PG's 174. Then, you know, with this only being a 500-point game, they definitely have some catching up to do.
And we're going to see Trevor Simcoe. Apex has just gained control of the air. Lions, the leader for PG, has moved into the Bravo flag, and he's going to be securing it currently uncontested. There's going to be a tank moving in the backfield, but Apex has grabbed Echo. They're grabbing up Delta right now, and they're looking to go for a 4-cap. That I believe they're going to lose Bravo if they don't make a move quick.
Right now, we've got Point Gap moving up as a very slow front line onto Bravo. They are protected there by both a field gun and an armor piece. But that said, there is a Apex armor piece as well on Bravo flag, which is obviously providing a spawn for the infantry. And they are going to need to deal with that. It does look like they've been able to resolve that issue with the armor piece, though, with the Point Gap guys completely clearing the flag, leaving Bravo clear. But it does look like Apex are still maintaining that 3-point lead after almost losing one of the objectives in their enemy's home base.
Well, and PG's going to start moving up toward the Alpha objective, and we're going to see Apex moving up toward the Charlie objective. Oh, Extra Thug Sauce getting a salty headshot on Pure Blade, looking for his next target. He's got one more coming up.
Looks like we've got an anchor.
Oh, grabbing another
Apex.
one too.
Sorry, looks like we've got an anchor for Apex at the moment at Charlie. He's just had someone spawn in on him. So things are looking like they're going well at the moment. But looking at it, Alamo is Chaos plus 1 or 2 Lions. Suck at Battlefield and Exit Thug Source, Extra Thug Source, all pushing in now to try and take the objective back from Apex. And it looks like Wiki's moving in, and Chaos has managed to get the drop on him there. And he needs himself some health at the moment. So let's just have a look at in terms of how many medics there are on each team. And I'm counting a pretty healthy amount, considering that there are only 12 players. And again, it always does come down to the amount of medics you've got to have in place. You can't overdo it, but you can't underdo it. And I'll definitely say to have not enough medics is more dangerous than having too many medics.
Oh, we are shaping up for a 4-cap right here. Apex coming in super strong. They're grabbing Bravo. They just grabbed up Echo. They're going to start losing Echo. It's Doink version 2. He's going to realize that, and he's going to maybe fall back. I'm not sure. No, he's going to go ahead and push up. We do have
20 tickets between the two teams right now, so Dead, this could be it. This could be their opportunity to pull it back on Point Gap. Point Gap are really struggling there. They're managing to get a hold there on Echo. They have got air support up at the moment, which is involved in a dogfight, but the rest of the map does seem to be dominated by Apex, with Alpha being the only Alpha and Echo being the only exceptions.
Trevor Simcoe getting in behind Team Ghetto Kids. Team Ghetto Kids pulling some slick moves. He's going to stall. He's going to stall. Trevor Simcoe's trying to stall as well. Oh, and it's so close. He's so close. He's just trying to get behind him. Trevor Simcoe stalled almost all the way out. He's going to wrap around and start looking. And he's going to spot him. He is going to spot him. Team Ghetto Kids is going to drop low. He's going to try to get this turn. And he manages to get it.
Absolutely, Fluffy. This is an extremely close match so far. It's really hard to say which way it could go. Bit of a poor initial performance by Apex. They were a little bit slow on getting those flags, but they have definitely managed to pull that back pretty epically and reduce that tickets divide now. There's only a mere 15 points between the two communities, so it's definitely hard to say from our point of view who's going to take this win here and who is going to move on into the final.
Well, and we're gonna see PG is going to grab the they're gonna grab the 3-cap, but again Apex dropping some anchors back there. They do have one trying to contest it. Alamo is Chaos. He's currently 5 and 6 on the game. He's going to try to secure this objective. He's kind of standing there for a second. He is losing it rather quick, but we're going to see a large force of PT moving up toward the Bravo flag. But Apex, they've got some overview on Charlie. They need to move in on it. Kamika's got some overview on Charlie. He needs to move in along with High Stress Dova. They both need to drop down and move in to counter this move that PG is pulling on the Bravo objective. And I think we're going to see WJB possibly doing that right now. He is. He's going to take a little damage, but they've got to move in quicker than that. They absolutely have to move in quicker than that in order to compensate for the ticket bleed. Again, about 20 ticket difference between these two teams. Alamo is Chaos, still trying to hold off on this Edward objective, and they managed to do it. I believe the planes came in. Team Ghetto Kids came in and took out everybody on this objective. And let's jump in with Video Game Freak. He's going to be moving in. He's going to take out WJB on Charlie. Oh, but he's going to get dropped by High Stress Dova. And Apex is going to change it up. They're not going to keep pushing on Edward. They're going to let Alamo as Chaos stay there, and they're going to start moving up to the Edward flag. Actually, we're going to see It's Doink moving in. He is going to spot one. Oh, but go down. Alamo as Chaos is going to take him out from a good little distance there.
Ghost Rider taking a few hits there from the air. He looks to have gone down on Bravo. Looks like he had All Out War shooting him up at 6 o'clock, which that combined with the air attack, I definitely think would have reduced his health quite quickly. And it looks like at the moment we've got Wicked Warrior and Player Poe pushing onto Alpha pretty hardcore right now, maintaining a hold there for Apex. But aside from that, Delta looks to be going in Apex's favor, but Point Gap have definitely adapted their approach. I think here they've and it's working out for them quite well. Hitting Echo, concentrating on Echo, seems to be throwing off the guys over at Apex a little bit. It's of course allowing them to be able to bring up their armor into the map without being molested.
Well, and PG is making a massive push onto Delta right now, and they're systematically taking out Apex. High Stress Dova is the only one left. He just dropped one. He's trying to hang in there. He's got a lot of people chasing him, and he is going to go down from the other side. That's going to be Drunken Clam coming in and picking him up, which is going to hurt Apex pretty bad. But Apex is compensating very well. They're grabbing up Bravo pretty quick. PG has all their players on that Delta flag, and Apex has got players on both sides of the map, the north and the south side, to move into Delta and Edward at the same time. So depending on how they split their forces, we could see something very interesting go on here. Let's jump over here and take a look. They're going to start putting some shots on them on Delta, so they're going to try to hang there and at least hold that. But we don't see any Apex moving up toward this Charlie objective. Again, PG has managed to... Apex has managed to, or PG has managed to gain about a 50 ticket lead now, from 20 to 50 ticket lead over Apex. But PG or Apex is trying to compensate for that right now. They do have some players moving into Bravo. Apex has managed to thin out the forces over on the Delta flag, and they're going to be moving in and securing the Delta flag. So they're going to trade out Bravo for Delta, and it just depends on who burns it faster.
If I'm honest, Edo, I think Apex have possibly had their opportunity, and I don't think they're going to be able to pull back from this right now. Although they do seem to be keeping their enemies' home bases under lock and key, with Echo and Delta going in their favor at the moment. But there's only one infantry at Echo, and there's an enemy armor piece there, which Point Gap are using to cover Echo at the moment. Not too sure whether as I say, whether they're going to be able to pull back from this. I think Point Gap really have got the lead on them now.
Yeah, and they're looking to grab a recap.
That said, yeah. But looking at Charlie right now, they've only got three. Apex only have 3 members to approximately 4. So probably about 7 Point Gap members now moving in, converging on Charlie position.
Yeah, they are. They are definitely moving in. But look at this. Apex is taking back Bravo. They're fighting it out on Echo, even trading out Charlie. They may get a 4 cap here. If they can deal with this tank on Edward, they're going to start losing Delta at that time. But that'll give them a solid 3 cap. And again, they are closing the tickets out. It is still about 50 tickets, 50 ticket difference. But Apex is putting up a hell of a fight here.
Absolutely. Both the communities performing very well here. Apex blowing me out the water with my predictions.
Oh, they're coming in and grabbing Charlie.
5-piece. I think this could be it for Apex. You know, we're definitely going to see those ticket points reduced between the two communities. They look like to be holding at Delta, still holding strong at Echo, though. It's definitely that has been a swing flag, Echo. And with the rest of the map, sorry, looking pretty solidified. We do have Lions moving in on Bravo, but again, going up against an armor piece there, this could be problematic for him. And
ladies and gentlemen, we are back to a 20 ticket difference, just like that. Apex shaved 30 tickets off the difference. They're trying to move in and secure this Bravo objective. This tank is going to be in trouble. It is going to be significantly damaged, taking shots. Wicked Warrior's going to find Lions and take him out, and that is going to ensure that they control that objective. We are going to see a 1v1 between Player Poe and Lions. Lions is going to take him down and move in to start securing Alpha. However, we've got Comica moving into Delta, and they're going to resecure that Bravo flag. We're 10 ticket difference, ladies and gentlemen, right here at the end. 10 ticket difference.
This is just incredibly intense, and I think this battle at Alpha is possibly going to make the difference here. I think they're very sensible to send 1 member off to Bravo, but this here right now is just encompasses what is best about the hardcore league. These two communities working together incredibly well.
Drunken Clam coming in and stabbing him with the paperclip. Wiki in there, in that cavalry kit, trying to hang in there. He needs to bail off so he can get a spawn, but it looks like he's going to break off to the Bravo objective. And PG is up in their ticket count now, as they are going to get a solid 3 cap. Echo, Delta, and Alpha fall into their favor. So a good move on their part to get that done. Very impressive. Apex was hot on their heels. There was a 10 ticket difference.
Looks like Point Gap now moving in on force on Bravo, and Apex look to be struggling there a little bit. Actually, they are similarly matched now, so Apex really are going to have to step up their game to hold that Bravo piece at the moment. They are struggling.
Yeah, it's a 2v3 situation that they're looking at. We've got BF1 players are Bad Pure Blade versus Drunken Clam, Happy Sloth. They've got a tank coming in. They are going to be in serious trouble here. And what PG did was they gave the Charlie flag away in trade for a 4 cap that they are going to get right here at the end. And I believe this is going to put this baby to bed for this round, ladies and gentlemen. PG is going to come out with the win on this round. However, Apex is not going to be out of the game. They're very close ticket count here, ladies and gentlemen, and they could come back.
Yeah, absolutely. This is just going to lead on to the next round of this map, and it still could go either way with both teams so close. It really is now down to Point Gap to close this up quickly before the guys over at Apex manage to cap some more flags back from them and reduce that points divide. But it looks like things are wrapping up here now with the guys over at Point Gap solidifying Charlie. Only really Delta and Alpha now remaining in Apex's hands. But it does look like we've got Point Gap armor moving in from Bravo direction, as well as air support hitting Alpha.
Then it is winding down. 5 tickets left.
What an epic performance by both teams. Brilliant to see. Really well matched in terms of their skill. Obviously, both at the top of their performance there, and congratulations to the winning team there. Absolutely brilliant. With 60 points between the two communities, that just goes to show how well matched they were.
That is correct. 440 to 500. So 60 tickets is the difference that that Apex is going to have to contend with. And we saw something similar in the PT round when Cloud9 took that first round. What was it? Was it 440, right? Yeah, 440. So we're going to update that and get it switched. Apex grabbing the ace squad. We're just going to see, again, it all comes down to how they adapt to what they saw this round. For those of you just jumping in, this is Point Gap versus Apex Predator Esports. We're going to run through the scoreboard real quick, then we're going to give you some stats on the leaders, the players, the tankers, the pilots. We're going to throw it all up for you here in just a second. We're going to get our labels switched up as well for this round. So over on this side, who is that? WickWiki, or Wiki, Ghost Rider, Blaze, King Grizz, Wicked Warrior, and WJB along with Player Poe grabbing the top spots. High Stress Dova doing work. We saw it during the match 20. On the other side, Alamo is Chaos, Extra Thug Sauce, Team Ghetto Kids, Lions, It's Stroud, and Happy Sloth grabbing the top spots over for PG. And we're going to jump into this next round. That is true. Fluffy Marshmallow's coming in and saying that Ghetto Kids was a huge part of that win there, because he took out a lot of key infantry from that plane, and that is correct. He most certainly did. All right, so we are going to throw up the top 5 for both of these teams. Take a look at them. Take a look at the kill deaths. That's their best players submitted by both of these teams. Top 5 players for each one. We are also going to take a look at the tankers for both teams, which was a huge part of that match, along with the pilots coming up here in just a second. Going to give you a little comparison on those guys. And there you go. Apex and Point Gap pilots, Team Ghetto Thugs, earning that 10.0. Uh-oh, we just got some biddies. Dropping some biddies. Now, we will tell you guys, if there's somebody that you want to see, drop some biddies for them and their name, and we will spectate them during the match. So cheer for your favorite player. We will spectate them. This time we're going to see PG in blue. We are going to see Apex in red. And there you go. There is the leader comparison for both teams. Check them out. Take a look at them. This is what we're going up against in this matchup. My bumper decided I didn't like that anymore. There we go. Point Gap versus Apex Predator Esports. This is going to be the second round, and you can see by the scoreboard up there that these teams, that PG only needs to get up to 441 tickets, and they're going to move into the finals against PT. So it's very confusing. We're going to have, if they make it to the finals, it's going to be PT versus PG. And that's going to be very difficult on us while we're casting, like trying to spit all that out at the same time. Nobody's going to know what the hell's going on. We're going to be like, PT just took out PG, moving in. Solid.
It's going to get confusing.
It's going to get rough. We might just have to call them by their full name. They're both short, so it won't hurt Point Gap and Prototype. But nonetheless, it's about to go down.
Absolutely. These two communities now have had the opportunity to see how they both approach the map, what flags they tend to go for, and what strategies they tend to adopt to achieve those objectives. So we should see a more informed approach from both communities. Again, I think Apex were a little bit slow off the mark to get those forward flags, and that did hurt them from the outset of the round.
Well, again, in a common theme on this map here, and pretty much in general, if you're familiar with competitive Battlefield, is he who controls the air controls the map. We saw that with PT controlling the air over Cloud9, or Clout9, and then we also saw that just now with PG controlling the air over Apex.
Absolutely.
Marcel 110's dropping some biddies for Martese, and I believe he's talking about Martese, bro. And which team is Martese on? See if we can't find Martese, so just so I know. Oh, my game froze for a second. I was like, oh god, no, don't do that. Okay, so he's obviously going to be on this side here. He's going to be on on PG side. All right, I don't see him at all.
We're off here.
We are off. We're gonna jump into the into a quick air battle. Team Ghetto Kids was following. The other one, Lions, is gonna bail out. Apex is in red. PG is in blue. Apex jumping out to an early cap. We are gonna see I Suck at Battlefield looking for a back rage. Actually, he's gonna anchor for his team, but they are gonna be moving into the backside extremely heavy. Video Game Freak, one of the leaders of PG, rolling right into Charlie, but going down. WJB ready for it, and here he is, Martese, bro. We had some biddies cheered for him. He's going to get an Overwatch position over on this Charlie objective, or over Delta possibly. Rolling for the PG players. He's just kind of scanning to see if he can see anybody. He is going to have one on the anti-air. He's going to miss a shot. Pure Blaze doesn't see him, and there he goes. Takes him out with a nice little headshot there. Pulling the quick scope, and PG is going to grab up that Charlie objective. They do have an anchor, though. Wiki is anchoring very, very hard on this Alpha objective. We're going to see him come into play here in just a minute. Kamika's looking to move into the Charlie objective, but PG has it on lock, and they are going to start creating a defensive line and pushing up toward this Delta flag.
It does look like Point Gap have got the initial flag lead with taking the initial free piece there. But both in terms of tickets at the moment, both teams are running even Stevens, and that's possibly about to change with Apex now capping Alpha. We could see Apex take an early points lead.
Well, and in addition to that, Apex just grabbed air control. They just grabbed control of the air. So we're going to see them possibly getting a 3 cap here. They are losing Delta, but they have a tank there that's going to be causing some damage. But here comes the plane, and that's why it's so important. They're going to be coming in. The plane is going to go down. He is going to wreck.
Just in time for another plane to come in, though. And looks like both their planes have all wrecked there. Everybody's crashing at the moment, and it does look like he's managed to pull away with that one. Congratulations to him.
Trevor Simcoe hanging in there.
Impressive.
Now it comes down to this
Alpha
infantry battle. Oh, yeah, and there it is, that plane coming in. Trevor Simcoe, evening up the odds on the Alpha objective, is going to take out 2 of the PG players. Oh, but one of them is going to get a revive. And another one spawns in. 2v2, 2v3 now. 2v3. 2v4.
3v4.
4v4 as we see WJB coming in the backside. Looking to do some damage, but Lions is going to pick up a 2-piece. Stroud's going to take out a couple. And just like that, PG wipes them out and dashes the dreams of Apex on that backburn. However, they do still have an anchor back there, and they may be able to push this Charlie objective if they make a move quick enough. We're going to see Kamika. He's in a position. Again, he's holding off on this Charlie flag. I don't know if he's worried somebody's in there or if he's just trying to take out this guy, but High Stress Dova is going to help him out, and they need to make that move onto that objective.
I think Apex's anchor made a classic mistake there and went straight back for Alpha, which was the hot objective. And if he had gone for Bravo, only could have done it without being noticed. But it does look like they're coming in now. But the anchor Alpha could have had that opportunity to get onto that flag a lot earlier, and he's gone for Alpha, which it's not going well for them at the moment. But it does look like you say, they've moved up now. They've moved around from Delta to Bravo. And they're capping nicely with an armor Vanguard there as well.
And they are They're bouncing into Charlie too with a nice little squad, so they're making some pretty good moves. We're going to see Drunken Clan moving up. He's going to be rolling a medic. He's going to have to contend with a tank on this Bravo objective. I don't think he's going to be able to do it. He does have some help now, Stroud, but he's a medic as well. Is going to go down at the hands of Ghost Rider Blaze on the Bravo objective, so Apex is about to secure up Bravo and Alpha, and they're going to have to battle it out on Charlie objective. Extra Thug Sauce looks to be coming in. He's going to put a shot out. Grenade's going to land behind him. He's going to escape it. But it looks like there's only one left. WJB is the solo man in the base on this flag.
Apex currently now have just about to hit that 4-piece there, bringing things back for themselves, and it looks like they're taking an early points lead there, with only a mere 10 tickets between the two communities, but this could be their opportunity to really deal some damage to the Point Gap community as they struggle with only holding Delta.
And WJ doing some work on the Charlie objective. He's got several contacts around him. Going out for the revives. WJB, we've seen him in a couple of matches for Apex, is just on the money, a solid team player. And just like that, Apex is going to be in the lead by a good amount now, about 20 tickets. They're going to be in the lead. They need to be in the lead by 40. That's where they need to sit, is at the 40 ticket mark. They are going to be in the lead, and it looks like they're going to maintain this 3-cap as they grab up the Delta objective.
I think Point Gap's coming back here a little bit now. I'm looking at Echo Delta. I'm also looking at Alpha. Alpha is pretty locked down. We've got a little bit of armor coming across now from Bravo direction on behalf of Apex. I mean, in the time being, it does look like the guys over at Point Gap are managing to take things back a little bit from Apex community.
Well, Apex is now making a move on Edward, and they are also securing the Delta flag up. They do have one coming up. Alamo is Chaos. Very salty player. 3-3 on the match so far. He is going to pick one up right there. That is going to be Kamika going down, and he's looking to grab another one. Taking some shots. He is going to go down. I believe he had some backup. But his backup is going to go down as well. So Apex is going to grab Edward and Delta. They are losing their foothold on Charlie, completely uncontested, but they've got a good defensive line with their armor pieces on Bravo, so this will maintain the 3-cap, and they are 40 tickets ahead, ladies and gentlemen. That's where they need to be. They need to win out.
Things really kicking off now at Charlie, with no defense in place at the moment. The guys over at Point Gap really are able to capitalize on that position. A little bit of Apex support coming in now to try and retake the position, but they might have left it too late.
Oh, and Pure Blaze doing some work over by the Charlie objective, or in between Echo and Delta, excuse me. He's picking up two, really thwarting their advance onto the Delta flag, and they're going to be rolling back into Edward. We're going to see, I believe that's going to be Wiki, yep, rolling the cavalry kit back in there. However, Point Gap does have Alpha. They've got most of Edward. They've got Charlie, and they are burning Delta rather quick, and we don't see any forces over on those flags. We also have it's Stroud here with a little bit of a back rage as Apex tries to make a move into Alpha, but that back gunner and the tanker is going to take him out, and just like that, Lions moving up into the Bravo flag solo is going to be solo capping it. They're going to have
absolutely turning around here at Alpha. They do have one more infantry moving in, but they've now realized that Bravo is also under attack, and they've had to split off their armor division right there. But it also looks like they're getting some kind of attack on Charlie there, with some cavalry moving in on the offensive up against the Point Gap guys. I don't see any kills there. Looks like he's just running through on a reconnaissance at the moment. Alpha still at the moment could go either way. We've only got one infantry on there anchoring on behalf of Point Gap, but it looks like their armor is bugging out and going to be attempting either a repair or a different approach. It's hard to say at this stage.
BF1 players are bad, trying to get on the 6 of Ghetto Kids. And he is going to hit him with one of those shells. Ghetto Kids is going to be in trouble. And he is going to go down. So Apex again maintaining control of the air, which we did not see last round. We do have Video Game Freak moving into the Bravo objective. We're going to see a 2v3 situation. Video Game Freak is taking some shots from High Stress Dova. However, they're not fighting on the flag. Apex is not fighting on this flag. They have managed to take out Video Game Freak. They are going to be moving up on the objective, and we're going to see a 1v1 on Delta here. We've got Extra Thug Sauce trying to hold out Wiki. Now it's a 1v2 situation. The smoke is going to be popped.
It looks like Delta could go either way at the moment. We've got the guys at Apex putting a pretty solid defense down. There's only one of them left now to Point Gap's 3 guys, and it looks like their last defense has gone down there. But we do have an armor piece moving up on Delta at the moment. He's got a lot of infantry to have to clear through there, but that shouldn't be too much of a struggle for him. He is pretty much the only hope for that side of the map at the moment. Apex need to step up the game on this side of the map. Looks like they're decanting some infantry there, and they're now going to be pushing Delta as a whole, and I think possibly even with one guy going to Echo.
They also need to move on to this Alpha objective. They're right outside of it. They only have one PG player here capping that flag. But their tank is now going to be in trouble. Alamo is Chaos. He goes down, but the tank ends up going down from Video Game Freak. So they are going to lose an armor piece here as PG pulls in an armor piece. And we're going to see a 4 cap almost come in from PG. And this will be devastating for Apex as they still have the lead, but only by about 20 tickets now. They are going to be making a push onto Charlie and they're securing Echo, but PG is allocated 2 infantry back to the Edward objective, and we're going to see them coming in. That's going to be Drunken Clam and Happy Sloth. Happy Sloth taking out Wiki, looking to grab a second one. We're going to jump in with him. He knows he's in there. He's going to throw a limpet. Oh, but drops him with the gun. And there you have it. They're going to secure that. Pure Blade is going to move back in, but it's going to be 1v2.
And it looks like the guys over at Apex now making a very real effort on Charlie flag. Point Gap coming in there on the defensive, but really struggling as they come into the ballroom itself. So we'll look here, who's still alive. Kamika providing a valiant last defense there, and it does look like Point Gap now have managed to consolidate that position back at Charlie, but that was a very close attack there for the guys at Apex.
I think we're gonna see a flag swing here. We're gonna see Apex grab Echo, Delta, and Alpha, possibly Bravo if BF1 players are bad can move down there. He's gonna get picked up by Lions though. Lions knows he has another one around here somewhere. He's looking for him. He heard him.
Absolutely. At this stage, the points are literally so close. We're running neck and neck here. These two communities both want this bad. Obviously, that $650 is at the forefront of their mind, and it's just honing their skills, really giving them something to play for, really giving them something to concentrate and consolidate for, and so far providing us with a lot of very dramatic entertainment.
Doing a little ring around the rosy here. Apex is going to get pushed off that Alpha flag, and that was one of their only hopes. They had a guy over at Bravo, but he goes down. Looks like PG has moved their tankers up into the the Delta objective. It looks like one of them is going to go down. The tank is going to go down. Wicked Warrior is going to take it down. And
of course, guys, if there is anything that you want to see, anyone specific, then drop those bitties and make it rain, and we will give them a follow for you.
That is correct. So Apex looking to grab the 3 cap as they move into the Charlie objective. They are going to need to hurry. They have lost the lead. PG is in the lead now by about 10 tickets. So they're going to need to grab this 3 cap and hold it. And it's going to be difficult with PG pushing this south side of the map, heading toward Delta currently. I also have a couple of players with some Overwatch on this Charlie objective. PG Lions is going to pick one up, rolling 10 and 7 on the match. He's looking for a second one, trying to get some shots in there. They're going for the revive. He's going to go for a revive himself. That smoke's going to pop. And they're going to try to move in and secure this objective.
Sure thing. Between the two communities right now, we have a mere 10 points, 9 points. And the flags at the moment look to be going in the favor of Apex, but points gap coming in on quite a strong offensive there to retake Delta and Charlie, Echo as well, but only one member at Echo, possibly about to go up against an armor piece and infantry and air. That could definitely be problematic for him.
Yeah, they're going to struggle here. They've got to grab that Echo flag back, and they've also got to get Alpha. But at the same time, they're losing their foothold on Charlie and just getting decimated at Delta. They could have dropped possibly their 2 Overwatches, Doink and WJ, back to Bravo. They are going to secure Alpha uncontested, but again, PG is grabbing the lead. They do have the 3 cap right now, a solid 3 cap, and they're going to be going down. Foggy 10 dropping the biddies. Biddies dropping on and popping.
All right, that's it. Drop those biddies, guys. Nice to see you in the chat there, Foggy. Also, TFR. Also, we've got Fluffy Marshmallows, custom parts. Lovely to see everyone. We had Matriarch earlier on. She was about, so definitely it's great to see some fantastic members of the Battlefield community, as well as all you guys. Thank you for stopping by and showing your support to us today. As you can see, we have some absolutely amazing esports going on right now, with a mere 20 points between these two communities. This really could go in either direction. Apex currently at the moment with 333 tickets to Point Gap's 353. Point Gap currently solidifying their position on Delta Bravo Alpha, leaving Apex with Echo and Charlie after quite a ferocious firefight on Charlie position.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. They do have one contact, Wiki. We've seen him in both matches. He is definitely the anchor king back here, holding down these back positions and doing some solid work on that.
Absolutely, guys. And if you're wondering how many points two teams need to get to beat each other by, then you just have to look at the scoreboard to see how many points they got in the first round of the map. Things look to be kicking off at Charlie again, with the guys at Point Gap really pushing in hard now against Apex. Apex coming back in against them, but at the moment they are in the minority and things could easily go wrong for them.
I'm in with Martese, bro, pushing into this objective. Going for a Bayo, barely missing it and going down at the hands of WJB. That would have been an impressive Bayo coming in there. He's got some backup. Drunken Clams is going to come in, get him a revive. And they are going to secure that Charlie flag. And we are going to see PG try to grab a 4 cap here. They are going to lose that 4 cap as... are they backwards? Indeed are backwards.
Oh yeah, they are they?
Yeah, they are backwards. We're going to switch them up here.
Alright, in the meantime though, guys, it looks like we've got a bit of a front line developing between the Charlie and Delta objectives, with the Point Gap platoon now moving up hard, providing quite a solid infantry line there against the Apex guys. Apex supported by an armor piece though. Delta is currently untaken by either team. So someone is going to have to get onto that objective, otherwise it's just going to sit there, not gaining points for anybody. But at the moment, it looks like Point Gap have tipped the 400 points mark, leaving Apex in the rear with 386 tickets. But at the moment, they are making quite a solid attempt on Bravo to retake that, but it does look like Point Gap have just lost their air support and leaving Apex with air dominance currently.
It's not so much that they are backwards as they were just put in completely wrong.
And it looks like the guys from Apex are making another attempt on Charlie at the moment. Currently, they don't have any contacts in the immediate area, but they do have group of enemies moving in from Bravo position, backed up by some cavalry as well. Extra Fug Source in the background there, providing armor support. He needs to get pushed up, but it looks like he's got another tank in the background, just between Delta and Bravo, just south of Charlie. Wicked Warrior providing flank support at the moment, preventing him from being able to get round and cap those enemy home objectives.
And that's it. PG is going to move into the finals, as they've got above 440 tickets. Apex coming in very, very strong, trying to do something about it, fighting to the bitter end. Very, very good showing from Apex in the semifinals here. Very, very close matches. The PTPG match is going to be insane. The finals match coming up here. We are going to verify that we do have Cloud9 and Apex ready for the... You're going to be able to see Apex back-to-back here as they go up against Cloud9 to determine who gets third place. Third and fourth place.
Absolutely. Things have gone incredibly well for both communities during this match. But Apex just struggling there with points gap, really putting things together there, managing to just absolutely solidify on those positions that they've taken. Both teams, again, using quite a dynamic approach, not really concentrating on any specific set of objectives.
That was a solid play by BF1 Players Are Bad, coming in, taking out Alamo Chaos with that anti-tank kit on the plane. Just drops him right over the Delta objective right here at the end. And Apex coming in the end, grabbing the 3 cap, looking to grab a 4 cap to win with as many tickets as possible, just for you know, playing for posterity now. Bringing it up all the way to 50.
No, things have been incredibly impressive so far during the last 2 rounds.
Oh, did I say PT? I meant PG. Again, it's already messing up. It's already causing problems.
So it has begun.
That is correct.
No, definitely good attempt by all.
No,
and of course, guys, if you want to get involved yourself, all you have to do is head over to www.hardcoreleague.co, looking for both individuals and whole teams to get signed up to Battlefield's original esports outlet.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to take a little break here. Martizi, bro, I suck at Battlefield Video Game Freak, and Extra Thug Sauce, I dig that name, is going to take the A squad. We're going to take a look at the scoreboard here. Maybe, if my controller decides it wants to work. There we go. Alamo is Chaos, Extra Thug Sauce, Team Ghetto Kids, Martizi, bro, and Drunken Clam grabbing those top spots. And look at that, Team Ghetto Kids, 0 and 14. I'm not sure if he was sandbagging that round or what, but he definitely did something for his team, grabbing one of those top spots. Happy Sloth, 25 and 11, doing work. On the other side, Wiki, the leader of Apex, Ghost Rider Blaze, one of their tankers, Wicked Warrior, the other tanker, King Grizz, Kamika, and Pure Blade grabbing the top spots on those teams, with High Stress, Dova, and WJB coming in with some nice kills. We're going to take a short break, and we will be right back with the third and fourth place match. As long as those teams are ready, we're going to talk to our staff and find out. We appreciate you guys showing up, and we will be back here in just a minute, myself and Hitman Pike. So stay tuned.
Competitive esports done right. Brought to you by
Take a look at that teamwork. That is what it is all about here at the Hardcore League.
They don't even see him, ladies and gentlemen. Look at this. Holy smokes. Can he do it?
And that right there is how you dogfight, ladies and gentlemen. What a play. Tonight's matchup, girls versus boys, right here at the Hardcore League, sponsored by Gamers Community.
Hardcore League, the only place for large-scale competitive Battlefield.